Here in the I button and in description box below, you will get complete playlist of Fourier integral. Welcome to video number 2, and in this video we are going to solve first problem on the topic, that is Fourier integral. Okay, very important problem. So I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you learn something from my videos, then please hit the like button and do share the playlist of Fourier integral with your friends. If you are doing this, you are supporting me. Okay, so let us start with the very important problem. The question says, find the Fourier integral representation of the function f of x equals to, yes, here we have function f of x equals to 1 when mod of x is less than 1, and f of x becomes 0 when mod of x is greater than 1. Okay, we need to find the Fourier integral. Okay, but if you see, okay, if you see in this question, okay, in this question, this f of x is independent of x. Okay, here you can see this function f of x is independent of x. Okay, so on putting x equals to minus x, that is f of minus x will become f of x. Okay, because this function is independent of x. Okay, so we can say that is the function. Okay, since f of minus x equals to f of x, so we can say the function f of x is an even function. Okay, so here in this problem we are going to use this formula. Okay, so the Fourier cosine integral of function f of x is given by f of x equals to 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity cos lambda x integration 0 to infinity f of t cos lambda t dt d lambda. Okay, here we are going to use this formula. Okay, yes. Okay, since this function is independent of x, so we can say this function is an even function. Since this function is an even function, so we are going to apply Fourier cosine integral. Okay, so okay, this is the formula. Now here you can see we have mod of x less than 1 and mod of x greater than 1. When mod of x is less than 1, in that case function f of x is 1. And when mod of x is more than 1, in that case function f of x is 0. And let us discuss on these two limits. Okay, let's say this mod of x is less than 1. Okay, yes, it means x may be positive or negative. Okay, if x is positive, then it is x is less than 1, or you can say if x is negative, that is x, okay, that is less than 1. Now take negative, you can multiply negative on both the sides, this will become x, okay, greater than minus 1. Okay, so from here you can say that is x is less than 1 and x is greater than 1. Okay, that is if you take this negative, if x is negative, that is minus x less than 1, if you multiply negative on both the sides, you will get this as positive, this will become negative, and sign of this will change. Okay, so if you draw a number line, okay, let this be 0, let this be 1. Okay, okay, I hope this point is very much clear from here. And there, let's suppose this is minus 1. Okay, and this is minus, sorry, this is plus infinity and this is minus infinity. Okay, so here x is less than 1. Okay, so from 1 to here. Okay, yes, and here we have x more than minus 1, so this zone, okay, this zone is, yes, this part, that is mod of x less than 1 means this zone. Okay, and for this zone the function f of x is what? 1. Okay, so f of x is 1. Okay, now coming to second part. Okay, that is mod of x greater than 1. Let me show this here, that is mod of x, okay, greater than 1. Now let's say this is positive, okay, that is x is greater than 1, and let's say it is negative, that is minus of x greater than 1. Okay, now again multiply negative both sides, you will get x less than minus 1. Okay, negative multiply, so this will become positive, this will become negative, and this sign will change. Okay, now here x is more than 1, it means from here to this side. Okay, again if you see less than minus 1, that means from here to this side. Okay, it means when the limit is from minus infinity to minus 1, okay, when the limit is from minus infinity to minus 1, the function f of x will become 0. When the limit is from minus 1 to 1, the function f of x will become 1. And when the limit is from 1 to infinity, in that case also the function will become 0. Okay, so coming to the integral part, okay, this part. So yes, f of x equals to 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity cos lambda x. Okay, now here you have 0 to infinity, okay, means 0 to infinity, okay, 0 to infinity means 0 to infinity. Here we can see from 0 to 1, okay, from 0 to 1 function f of x is 1, and from 1 to infinity the function f of x is what? 0, okay. Here function f of x is how much? 0, okay. So taking these limits, okay, that is, here you can see, yes, we can replace this with, that is integration 0 to infinity can be replaced with 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity, okay. But from 1 to infinity the function becomes 0, so I'm not taking this part, okay. I'm simply taking this part, that is from 0 to 1, limit from 0 to 1, the function f of t becomes 1, okay. So this is integration 0 to 1 f of t, that is f of x, that is, let's suppose this is 1 and this is cos lambda t dt, okay, and this is d lambda. And now we need to integrate this part, okay, which is very easy, I believe, okay. So 2 upon pi is as it is, integration 0 to infinity cos lambda x. Now integration of cos will become sine, so sine lambda t upon coefficient of t, that is lambda, okay. Again the limit is from 0 to 1. Now here we have d lambda. Now simply solve this part, okay, which is very easy, okay. 2 upon lambda is 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity cos lambda x. Now if you put upper limit in place of t, this will become sine lambda, okay. If you put lower limit here, this will become sine 0, that is 0 upon lambda, okay. So don't forget to write this d lambda here, okay. So on opening this bracket you will get, if you open this bracket you will get f of x equals to 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity, multiply both, okay, that is cos lambda x into sin lambda upon lambda d lambda, okay. Now this is what, this is f of x. Now if you take this, that is 2 upon pi, to the left hand side you will get, this becomes, okay, this will become pi upon 2, okay, that is this part, okay, this part, that is integration 0 to infinity sin lambda into cos lambda x upon lambda d lambda, okay. This equals to, simply take this here, this pi will be multiplied and 2 will be in division part, okay. So pi upon 2 f of x, okay. And according to the question, okay, what is f of x? Let me show you. F of x is this part, okay, that is f of x will become 1 when mod of x is less than 1, and f of x is 0 when mod of x is more than 1, okay. So since we have pi by 2 into f of x, it means we need to multiply pi by 2 with 0 and 1, okay. Yes, pi by 2 into f of x means we need to multiply pi by 2 with 0 and 1, okay, 0 and 1. If you multiply with 1, this will become pi by 2 when mod of x is less than 1, and when you multiply pi by 2 with 0, this will become 0 when mod of x is greater than 1, okay. And this is what, this is my final answer, okay. Yes, thank you so much.